The Royal Bank of Scotland has been fined more than $600 million for its part in the LIBOR rate fixing scandal. The British bank is to pay $325 million to the US. There have been tough words on this scandal. The Deputy Governor of the Bank of England, Paul Tucker, he called the LIBOR market a, quote, cesspit. Now, how has this so-called misconduct impacted trust in the banking system?
Well, as you can imagine, it's only...
Changing times there for China. Now let's take a quick look at other stories also making the news tonight. Police in China have busted a counterfeit currency ring in Guangdong province. Almost 40 suspects have been arrested. In effect, a self-powered ionizer to the $32 bicycle. His breathing bicycle started as an art project to draw attention to the trend of people abandoning bicycles for cars. But now he's thinking of ways to perfect its mechanics and put it into mass production. Now, air pollution has long been a problem in the Chinese capital, but readings have skyrocketed beyond known limits in the last few weeks.
The premise of the idea was also to make people in other countries, like where I come from in England, make them realise what it's like here. I mean, people in China put up with that every day. But in the UK, that was 50 years ago, it was like this. It's an old problem, but it's in a new circumstance.
A $32 bicycle that's good for the health. Now that's what I call value for money. Finally, a self-styled cookie monster who stole a Big Biscuit sculpture has finally returned it in one piece. This golden goodie is quite a landmark in Hanover, Germany. It's been hanging outside the headquarters of German biscuit maker Balsen.
26% gain. Roland Lim, Channel News Asia in Hong Kong.
So are you taking any precautions for the Year of the Snake? Now, just when you thought that Gangnam had gone out of style, an elephant seal in China is adopting the song's signature dance move to wow audiences. The 4-year-old elephant seal has impressed. The top stories this hour. Protests have broken out in Tunisia over the killing of a prominent opposition leader, Chokri Belaid. And you're up to date with the top stories making the news on Channel News Asia.
In the last elections, he could not make it to the Constitutional Assembly. I think he got only 0.63% of the vote, so he failed in the electoral process, but he was a supporter of the revolution.
Too early to say who's behind this, you mentioned, Dr. Ashur, but what kind of repercussions will this have on Tunisia's political landscape?
I think the major repercussion...
Tennis, the former world #1 Rafael Nadal has made a successful comeback after a 7-month injury absence. Now pairing up with Argentina's Juan Menoco.
Channel News Asia, Shanghai.
The rocky road to marital bliss. What do you think of that story? Now, just when you thought that Gangnam had gone out of style, an elephant seal in China is adopting the song's signature dance move to wow audiences. The 4-year-old